This video is for Charles Hsueh, who, with my apologies, I will have to continue pronouncing as Hsueh for lack of clarification. And yes, I am trying. I want to be clear. I'm not trying to antagonize you, despite the fact that your thesis actually has the word Schenker in it. I have a lot of animosity towards the Schenkerians, and there's nothing within the paper itself that encourages that animosity. It doesn't do the things that other Schenker papers do that make me angry. In fact, if I were not reading it as a music thesis, I would think it was incredible, and it is incredible outside of context. That is, as a history paper, I think it's great. As from a linguistic standpoint, all of those things. I love the way that you accounted for individual word frequency and the chronology and all that. It's very scientific. I love the approach. So I'm not trying to penalize you for what the system has encouraged you to offer as a music thesis. It's a very good thesis. It's just confusing to me why such a thesis is treated as a music thesis. It's a great history paper, as I've said. So again, it's not your fault really that I'm disappointed that I have to read this paper not as a history paper but as a music paper, because I think it has one musical example in it, sort of. Okay, so all I want you to do, if you're willing to, is when the next step in your career comes, and if you can write like this, probably there's a next step in your career, probably a good one. All I want you to do is please consider looking at my thesis, just skimming it, just looking at it briefly, and asking yourself, why is there a next step for someone who's written a thesis like you have, and no next step whatsoever for someone who's written a thesis like I wrote? I think it's a fair question.